Hello and welcome to the Side One YouTube channel. My name is Ray, and in this video we're going to start assembling of a MicroSMT PNP version 3 pick and place machine. So going through the manual, I had a little bit of confusion because they've actually shown more holes drilled into this piece, and there's actually 4 of these than what I've got on this. But when you go through the videos they've got on the assembly of this, those holes are never used, so I think this is just an optimization. Now, they did supply a set of Allen keys to do up every screw that they've supplied, which is quite nice. I still prefer my T-handle one, so I'm going to use that. And let's start assembling. So this piece is a 20 by 40 extrusion, and it's 40 millimeters long and has the 2 sets of holes at the bottom and 2 sets at the top, and it's also threaded on the ends. The bottom piece here, again 20 by 40 extrusion, 380 mil long. It's got a hole drilled through here, and there's also holes drilled in here. Now note the orientation of where that hole is, that's important. And then this piece is a 20 by 20, and it's 400 from memory, 400 mil long, and it has hole drilled in the end of the extrusion on both ends. And this is the same, there's hole, those are tapped on both ends. Okay, so in the manual, if you print out or look at the PDF manual for the assembly of this, they show 40 millimeter cap head screws going in here. In actual fact, these ones are 45 millimeters. Yeah, 45 millimeters long. And if you poke the screws in through here, I think going with the longer size that only pokes through by 10 mil, I think it's actually a better size. So they've done some upgrades. Not that the documentation doesn't reflect it all, but it's an improvement. And I like the idea of them upgrading and making it better. We've got to put these M3 track nuts in, or extrusion nuts in, before we do this up. So there is a left and a right one of these, so we do have to make 2 of these up. Now it is a left and a right mount version, so I'll do one, then I'll flip the parts over and do the other one. Alright, then we need to put in some more of these. So these are the M3, and they do supply a heap of these. I think from memory from the paperwork it said 160 of them. And then we need to put one of these on. Now these are the braces to give it more strength, and these are an M3 by 10 mil. And I don't think I bought the other T-handle with me, so I'll just use this. Okay, that's our first one. Just put it aside for the moment. And I'm going to flip this over. And do this side before I put that on. Really helps if you put these T-nuts in up the right way. Right, so this is a mirror image of the previous one. Okay, so the next step, turn this around and we need to put on the other end. So stuck together for a bit. Again, we're going to need to put in nuts here. Now this is where the instructions skip over it a little bit. They show it a little bit, but not very clearly. Okay, so this is one complete framework done, or one end. Let's get the other one. Okay, so the next step is to tip these up, and we take these extrusions, which are 2040s by 500 mil long. There's two of these, and they mount on here. They have got their ends tapped, and they use an M5 by 25 mil long screw. Which are these ones. In the delivery note, it actually, or bill of materials, it does say that these ones going through here are 45, and there's supposed to be 12 of them. I've got all 12 in, and I've just got a spare. Let's get the next one in. And we've got more up here to do. Right, so the next step is down the bottom here are some more 2020 extrusions, and those ones are supposed to be 500 mil long, and here they are. Again, they've got threads tapped in the ends. And that'll be these holes that had to be on the outside. And they're 25 mil long as well. Okay, that's the base frame. Now we're going to install the B2 locking aluminium plates. So we're going to need M3 nuts. So I'm guessing it's some of these parts here. Yep, that's these. I'm going to work out the best way to show this. Okay, so it goes onto here. Up at this height, so we need to add M3 screws. Okay, so this piece is a 2040 by 550 mil long, and that needs to be installed next. And for that we're going to need to put in more of these. I'm going to need 4 up the other end as well. Flip it over and put 4 more in on this side, and then do the same at the other end. Okay, so on this stepper motor, we have two lots of flats. We need to put this one on and do this, at least one of these grub screws up onto a flat. And using the larger pulley with the smaller hole, it goes onto this side. Again, try and put one onto the flats. Now they did supply grub screws. The other little trap is, while all the screws we've used so far have been M3 by 10mm for all of these brackets, the ones for the stepper motor themselves are at M3 by 8. So they're a little bit smaller. Just be aware of that. And make sure you align that pulley to line up with the middle of the extrusion, because that's where our belt is going to run internally. Now the next piece going is this round rod. This is 8mm in diameter, so we're going to feed it in from this side, and we're going to put our gear in with the 8mm hole in it. And of course this thing's got grub screws in it, the bearing on the end that is. Okay, so that's I haven't done up these nuts yet, but I've still got to put those spacers in. I've still got to put one in here yet. So the next step will be putting on the linear rails and then mounting up the X-axis and putting its linear rail on as well. So I'll do that in the next video. If you like these videos, don't forget to click on like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. It's a form of support that helps the channel a great deal and costs you absolutely nothing. If you'd like to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon account, and you can join my VIP patrons Go Lucky, Copernicus and Jeff Jerd, and my builder patrons Al Morales 45, Andrew Cardone, Airgar69 and James Kelly in helping to support the channel. All my patrons get these videos at least a week early before YouTube. If you've got any further questions, you can leave a comment below, or you can drop into the Discord and leave your question in there. I will make a section up just on this project so that we can post photos and have a discussion about how it works. And we'll see you in the next video.